Linda Babetti, and welcome to the Mac Center here in lovely London. The Mac Center is located at 366 Oxford Street East. We are a non-profit organization here in Canada that serves children and youth of all ages and their families. The Mac Youth Center is part of a chapter, one chapter out of 13 that are across Canada. Our head office is located in Mississauga, Ontario, and this chapter here in London has been around for about 10 years now. So that's a really great thing, actually, that we've been here for this long. The Mac Center itself here is we have one floor of this building. We're on the top floor here. We have a wide variety of activities for children if they want to stop by. Everything from a children's room that includes games and toys for babies up to age 12, and then we have something for the older kids, such as ping pong tables, foosball tables, air hockey. We have TVs and some comfortable couches to hang out on. A full kitchen if anyone wants to come by and use it, it's there for them. We focus on providing programs for youth and children, like I mentioned earlier, of all ages. We run everything from Quran classes to halakas and Islamic programs for the children. We also try to have camps during summer camp, during the winter break camp. We hold those as well as March break. We also try to hold just general drop-in social programs for the children, so the parents can have like a day off where they can just drop the kids off and enjoy a night out without the kids. Okay, so we have the SYG and the BYG here at the Mac Center. It stands for Sisters Youth Group and the Brothers Youth Group. Those are open to high school students from grades 9 to 12. And we host that every Friday here at the Mac Center from 7 to 10 p.m. for the boys and 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. for the girls. SYG and BYG are our longest running program here, and also our most popular, I would say. So it's definitely just a time for the Muslim youth to come by and hang out at the center. We offer a lot of different activities and things that they can partake in while here. There's always mentors, volunteer mentors from the university or even the college on hand to be with the youth at that time. And we have everything from the foosball tables to ping pong tables, air hockey tables. We even have a few TVs and couches for the youth if they just want to hang out and maybe watch a movie or play a sports game or something. We also have a kitchen. A lot of times the youth will decide to share a snack together, make something together. So it's just a way to bring the youth together and have a place for them to hang out, which is really hard to find sometimes here in London. You want to make sure that the youth have a place where they feel comfortable as not just as youth, but their own hangout spot where they are both Muslim and Canadian and they feel welcomed and accepted. And so it's a great place for them to come and meet other people just like them and just hang out. It's just a social time for them. We have on Sundays the My Manners, which is an Islamic manners development program, and as well as the Tween Youth Group. So that's for youth in grades 6, 7, and 8. And the My Manners is for children in grades 1 to 5. So the My Manners focuses on teaching kids the basics of Islam with basic manners and etiquette that are derived from our Islamic and religious teachings. And the Tween Youth Group is more about teaching the children a sense of sisterhood and brotherhood and leadership skills as they're about to start a new time in their lives heading off to high school. So again, these are offered on Sundays at the Mac Center, and all children are welcome to register and attend. The programs are taught by teachers and mentors, and there's always someone on hand to answer any questions anyone might have about those. Similarly, we also hold a lot of the camps that I mentioned earlier, so the summer camps during the summer. We held one just this past summer, and it was a great success. As a whole, the MAC Youth Center operates with volunteers. There's only a limited number of employees at the center. We are very much volunteer-driven, and we are always on the lookout for more volunteers, more people who would be interested in helping out in any way, whether we have events or whether they'd like to work with us in developing any sort of new programming for children and youth, and even just for families in general. If anyone is ever interested in looking to volunteer, they're more than welcome to stop by the center, or even just send us an email. We are on Facebook, I think we're on Instagram as well, so there's quite a few ways you can reach us. There's always something going on here. We do host private events. There's meeting rooms and a lecture hall that can be used as a banquet hall as well. So we really know a lot about hosting, whether it's bridal showers or baby showers, akikas for new babies. We have graduation parties. There's a lot that happens at the center privately, and it's always open for rent based on availability, really. We have an event supervisor who's always on hand to walk people through the process of hosting their event at the center, and it's all for very reasonable prices as well. We also have board rooms and meeting rooms for smaller groups that would like to use the center. It's the entire place. It's open for the community. This is a community-driven center, and it's for the community. And we always strive to give back what we can. I'm always open to suggestions as the center manager. I'm always open to hearing about new ideas or opportunities for ways I can improve this place with all the other employees and all the other hard-working volunteers here. Okay, so now that I've given you a bit of background information on the center, I would love to show you the center so you can get a first-hand look and experience at what we have to offer. Welcome to the MAC Center tour. This is the entrance that will lead right into the lounge space. And so our lounge space is pretty big, as you can see. It holds quite a few spaces for hanging out, for families to gather. And we can walk on this way to the children's room. So the children's room, there we go. So the children's room is always here for rental. If people are renting the center for private events, they can have this as a babysitting area. And babysitters are actually provided if necessary. We have a whole bunch of toys, and the children just have a blast here. We also have a whole bunch of books, arts and crafts. There's always something going on. This is usually where we hold some of the smaller camps for the younger aged students. It's always in progress with all the crafts and stuff we have up on the walls and everything that you see around you. And the children just love it here. So we have some foosball tables for the children, in addition to some ping pong tables, which we bring out as they want them. And we also have air hockey tables, a pool table. Again, we have a whole other set of couches and TVs, so there's always something that can be playing. We do have the ability to hook up Wii, which we have, the Nintendo Wii. And sometimes the youth bring in their own PlayStations and Xboxes, and they just get together and play a game on the TVs here. We have this area here, so this is our pool table and some offices there. And then we have the kitchen. So the kitchen's a shared space, and we're always using it for many different things, whether it's for MAC events or private events. It's definitely always in use. The youth like to cook things here. They sometimes bake cupcakes, and they love to make pizzas and stuff like that, so it's always constantly being used. This way here we'll find the lecture hall. So the lecture hall is where we hold most of our main events. It can accommodate about 100 to 110 people seated, and there's tables and chairs that we bring out and set up as necessary. We have a full speaker system as well that we use, and as well as a projector, and so it's always available. It's always being used. We have everything from, like I said, private events like birthday parties or showers or graduation parties, as well as lecture-style talks and guest speakers coming into the center to give everything from talks on parenting to religious programming. So it's definitely very busy. If we come on over this way, we can show you where we have some boardrooms and community meeting rooms that are always available for booking as well. So basically the center is just one big circle, so if you ever get lost, you just keep walking, you'll find your way back to the entrance again. And we have our boardrooms here, so right now we're pretty quiet today. We just finished some afternoon meetings of the center, so usually we have some women who use the meeting rooms during the day, during work hours. They come in for their halakas, their Islamic meetings and whatnot. And that's pretty much it on the top floor. You can make our way back all the way around, and it's right back to the front there. So you can never get lost here. And there we are. This is the center.
I want to share with you a particular story. I was in Somalia a couple of months ago, and my experience with orphans. It was my first time going to Somalia, and we're entering the masjid for Jumu'ah, and all of a sudden, like 15, 20 young boys come up to us, and they're all like 4 years old, 5 years old, and they come up and they have these little brushes in their hands. And we're about to enter the mosque, and they're saying to us in Somalia, like, give me your shoes, give me your shoes. And I look, I've never seen, subhanAllah, I've never seen child labor in my life. I grew up in Canada. And me, obviously I didn't give them my shoes, but people were just giving them their shoes because it was normal there. And because of the poverty, because of the fact, so people are dying everywhere. And subhanAllah, they would take the shoes, they would go to a corner, and they would start brushing the sandals, brushing the shoes from all the sand. SubhanAllah, 4 years old, 3 years old, kids. And we come out and all the shoes are lined up and then people would give them money. Now I ask you, my brothers and sisters, is this how the life of a 3-year-old, 4-year-old kid should be? And so my brothers and sisters, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our esteemed guest, scholar, Sheikh Imam Siraj Al-Haj from USA.
I want to talk first, I want to say something about Islamic relief. Why I love them and why we should love them. Because I've always believed that when people know better, they do better. The proof of this, the Prophet ﷺ talked about a prophet that was beaten by his people so much that his face began to bleed. And the prophet, he wiped the blood from his face and said, Allahumma ikfir li qawmi fa innahum la ya'lamun. Oh Allah, forgive my people because they don't know. What Islamic relief does, and ICNA Relief, and Helping Hand and Relief and Development, all those other agencies, what they do is they bring to us the knowledge so that we can do better. I want you to help me. I used to be a Christian, and I find in the Quran many of the prophets that we find in Islam, but in another language. So I want you to help me. I'm going to say a prophet in Arabic, and you tell me the name in English. For instance, Isa. Jesus. Good. Do we find Muslims with the name Isa? How many of you know Muslims with the name Isa? Hey, good. Musa. Say it loud. Moses. Do you find Muslims with the name Moses? Musa? Good. Dawood. David. Sulaiman. Yusuf. Do you find Muslims with those names? You know what it means? The Prophet said, Al-Anbiya ikhwatun li'alatin ummahatum shatta وَدِينُهُمْ وَاحِدٌ. All the prophets were brothers. The mothers were different, but the religion is one. We have a close relationship with all the other people. The Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said, الناس كلهم بنو آدم وآدم من تراب. Mankind, all of them are the children of Adam, and Adam was created of dust. But there's something different about Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. He said, every prophet was sent to his people, and I was sent to mankind. وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِقَوْمِهِ. And when Moses said, my people, وَإِذْ قَالَ عِيسَى بْنُ مَرْيَمَ يَا بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ إِنِّي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ إِلَيْكُمْ. O children of Israel, I am the messenger of Allah to you. But listen, قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ إِنِّي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ إِلَيْكُمْ جَمِيعًا. And so Muhammad said, Allah told him, so O mankind, I am the messenger of Allah to all of you. Would you please take a look at me for one moment? Did you notice Ana Aswad? Did you notice? What does that mean? I am black. You good with that? Can I be honest with you? I love being black. I can't wait to wake up black. Ask me why. Because Allah said, هُوَ الَّذِي يُصَوِّرُكُمْ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ كَيْفَ يَشَاءُ. It is Allah who created you in the womb as He pleased. And if Allah is pleased to make me a black man, I'm pleased to be black. And whatever you are, whatever color you are the creation of Allah.
My purpose today up here is only one, and as Imam Siraj mentioned, it is to, inshallah, take the support of this community and share it with people across 22 to 30 to 40 different countries, inshallah, depending on where you sponsor these orphans. Now, before we get into the sponsorship, I want to share a very personal story that I experienced, and you heard one from Taha. And this was a very touching moment because the initial experience that I had with this region was in 2005. And this was the earthquake in Kashmir that took place. And at that time, I wasn't with Islamic Relief. I had just gotten married 6 months prior to that. And we were planning on making a trip. My wife had never been there either. And this earthquake happened. And my father happened to be involved with another charity. And they needed relief workers to come and be there to support. And my father said, we're going to go there. So I went there in 2005, and I was there for 2 weeks. And when we finished, we came back. 10 years passed. 13 years have passed. And I joined Islamic Relief. And I went again to Kashmir in February of this year. And subhanAllah, out of, this was qadr. Allah had planned this. The same village, the same town that we were there helping for 2 weeks. I was really with the altitude sickness and everything. I wasn't feeling so well, so I had my eyes closed the whole time as we were going there. I opened my eyes, get there, and it's the exact same village that I was at 13 years ago. I met a child there when I was there before, and this time I got to hear the story of this child and how, subhanAllah, her name, Anila, who's been sponsored and supported since she was 3 years old, because her father passed away. So when I saw her now, she is 19 years old. You can imagine, you would hear, I've been going through this, I've been going through that. But subhanAllah, the first thing she said to me, I want you to take a message back to the people of Canada. tell them that the sponsorship and the support, the questions that they go through their head, is it really helping them? Is it really helping us? Is it really making a difference? I want to share my story with you. I am now going to become a DPT, a doctor of physiotherapy, DPT. A doctor of physiotherapy because I have been sponsored. My parents don't have to worry about my education. My parents don't have to put me into, doing work. The money that I get from this sponsorship and support has helped me through this process to provide shelter for our family, to provide food, to provide for my education, provide me that water so I don't have to worry about this for $50 a month. And she says, I raise my hands to Allah and I make dua every single day that whoever that sponsor is, that may Allah bless them with more. May Allah give them more wealth. May Allah continue to bless them. And as Imam Siraj said, it's how you earn it and what you spend it on. Islamic Relief Canada is a humanitarian organization operating in over 30 countries. We started here in Canada in 2009, and now we are the largest Islamic charity in the country. We are also part of the Humanitarian Coalition, which is a formation of some of the largest charities here in the country, such as Oxfam, Plan, Save the Children, and whenever emergencies strike, these charities work together. Some of the areas that we work, like tsunami that took place in Indonesia recently, our teams are on the ground. We provide orphan support in over 22 different countries, and now we have the entire country of Canada providing aid and support to the people suffering in Syria or the crisis that took place in Myanmar. And our focus is on humanitarian aid in times of emergencies, as well as helping countries through the development processes. So that is Islamic Relief. So Islamic Relief Canada here receives donations from generous community members, like here in London, Ontario, and across the country. And then we take these donations for wherever they give, for example, Syria, and we're able to give them through our field offices that we have established in those countries. So Syria is a great example where our teams take the resources that they need, for example, medical aid, food, water, shelter, whatever the needs are of that time. For example, winter is coming, there's going to be a huge need. So they procure and buy those materials and provide that support to those in need. Islamic Relief has been in operation for over 35 years. Just here in Canada is about 10 years old. So we have now a network of countries where we are able to provide direct aid without having to work through third parties. One of our flagship programs is our orphan sponsorship program, and it's very unique. The way it's been structured is that you are able to provide support one-on-one, and you're paired with a child one-on-one. And how you do this is through our website, islamicrelief.ca/orphans, and you can select which countries you want to provide this support to, and the child receives funding for their education, for their food, for their water, as well as partial support for their shelter, so their mom is able to spend it on these needs. This is on a monthly basis, so that the child doesn't have to worry, or the family doesn't have to worry about where these resources are going to come from. Currently, we're sponsoring over 60,000 children around the world. Just Canada alone is sponsoring over 11,000 children. I would like to invite all of you to continue supporting our work. It's through the generous contributions and support of people like yourselves who provide these donations so that people around the world can benefit. So please go to our website, islamicrelief.ca, and you'll be able to choose from a variety of areas that you can donate and contribute. Thank you.